Solomon says in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 7 and 8, he says, "Again, I saw something meaningless under the sun. There was a man all alone, and he had neither son nor brother. There was no end to his toil, yet his eyes were not content with his wealth. For whom am I toiling, he asks, and why am I depriving myself of enjoyment? This too is meaningless, a miserable business." Now he's talking about someone who has worked hard and has likely achieved a lot, but it's at the expense of having people around himself. And so he worked and he worked, but at the end of his life, he didn't have anyone to share it with. And Solomon says, hey, this is meaningless. In chapter 4 of Ecclesiastes, he's talked a lot about the benefits of community, how having people around us helps us in so many different ways. Yet sadly, many of us strive for more independence than we do for more community. And when we do that, we end up living in a way that Solomon talks about. He says that we live meaninglessly. And sadly, this is normal in our culture. We want to do things on our own. We want to be independent. I read a 2017 survey that showed that this was the case. Young adults were asked about the importance of life transitions, of various life transitions. And here's what they listed as extremely important. 62% said completing formal schooling. 52% said being employed full-time. 50% said being capable of supporting a family financially. 43% wanted to be independent of parents. 26% wanted to be out of their parents' house. And then only 12% said to get married. Now, none of these things are bad, but did you notice a pattern there? The highest rated ones were about gaining independence. The highest rated ones were about being free of people, not being with other people. I'm not saying that it's bad to want independence, but Solomon in chapter 4 is saying, hey, community is so important. And so if we desire independence too much, it will prevent us from pursuing community, which will hurt us in the long run. And so do you want to live meaninglessly in your life? Solomon would say that living completely on your own is meaningless. And so let's not live in a way that pushes community out of our life. Let's strive for dependence. Let's strive for community with other people instead of striving for independence all the time. And let's enjoy the benefits that community has to offer.